Hi guys, Lady Yoga here, and this is Yoga Quickies, the show where you tell us what you want out of your yoga or fitness routine, and we deliver to you in 5 minutes or less, and sometimes more, and sometimes like 20 minutes. I don't know, it's getting longer and longer. I'm here with my friend Jasmine Grace from Yoga on High in Columbus, Ohio. It's a beautiful space, beautiful girl. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so grateful to be here with you. This show is basically about, we get social media questions all the time, and we try to make yoga and fitness accessible to them so that they'll come to the yoga room or they'll be able to find yoga and fitness in there every day.
Great.
So we did have a request from someone who's feeling a little bit out there and can't really find focus. You are an Ayurvedic practitioner, educator, and in Ayurvedic terms, there are doshas or constitutions within the body. And I would like you to talk a little bit about that, because for someone who's feeling a little like boo all over the place, we're going to tell you how to bring yourself in yourself a little bit more. So let's talk briefly about Ayurveda, and then we'll do a routine for 5 minutes.
Sure, yeah. So, in Ayurvedic language, we have what's called the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And Vata is the king dosha. It's the dosha of movement. It is. It's the dosha of movement. It moves everything. And so often when we're feeling flighty, ungrounded, unfocused, excitable,
You guess which one I am.
you can pretty much say, okay, Vata is at play.
Yeah.
And Vata is made up of ether and air. Mm-hmm. And the beauty and the simplicity of Ayurveda is that when you want to ground Vata, then you use the opposite. Mm-hmm. And the opposite of Vata is some of the Kapha qualities, which is earth and water. And so we want to bring groundedness to Vata, and we do that with some really specific rituals in Ayurveda. And
we'll talk about the other doshas, and then we'll do them.
Okay.
Well, just briefly, what the other two are.
The other two, so the other one is Pitta.
Mm-hmm.
And Pitta is all about transformation, it's about the digestion, it's about that inner fire and willpower. It's the tejas, it's that glow.
You can almost see, like she's actually almost like describing a person that you can see.
Yeah.
It's how we actually
These are the
look.
qualities,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure. And so Pitta is made up of fire and a little bit of water. And so Pitta becomes this idea of metabolism, transformation, very strong in speaking, very strong in leadership. And yet, there's a flip side. They can be a little angry at times, fiery, that fiery personality, passionate. So, there's that balance there of the two. So that's Pitta, and Pitta is what drives our metabolism and our light. And Kapha, on the other hand, is earth and water, and Kapha is the idea of structure and stability. It's the physicalness of things, and so that's the Kapha dosha. Yeah. And what's beautiful is that we're all made of all three. Mm-hmm. We're made of all three of these doshas. We are a unique expression of these doshas. Kind of like we all have unique DNA, we have unique expression of these doshas, and we come into the world a specific way. Mm-hmm. But then we come into our environments, and our environments like to provide us sensory impressions that can kind of alter the balance of our doshas, and so we're constantly using our sensory impressions and sensory inputs to bring balance to our body and to our mind and to our being. So.
And even like where you live and the time of the day, the season, all affects how you are behaving in the world and how you're feeling in the world. So we're going to do a 5-minute sort of instruction on how to balance the Vata dosha, which happens to also be me. So the guy who wrote, or the girl who wrote on Twitter about wanting to stay a little bit more focused, Jasmine's going to teach us, in 5 minutes and give us some tips on how to really stay grounded.
Yeah.
Ready to do this?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Go, baby.
Great. So Vata dosha loves to run wild. It really does. And so one of the best things that you can do for Vata is to create daily routines, pillars in your life that basically become like bookends to your day. So we want to start our morning the same way, and we want to end our evening the same way throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. And so some of the best practices you can do in the morning for Vata dosha include the Abhyanga. The reason why is because the oil is heavy, and especially sesame oil is great for Vata dosha, so you can basically do a self-oil massage, which is like a self-love massage, right? And apply warm oil or just regular oil to your entire body from...
Now, what kind of oil? Because the sesame you would do in more of like the colder months. And what kind of sesame oil would you get?
So you
Whole
would
Foods or
want to-
Amazon.com, right?
Yeah. Or banyan.
Or banyan. Oh my God, yeah.
Love banyan. So basically organic sesame oil, not the toasted kind, otherwise you will smell.
No, it's not good, guys.
So that's the best kind.
Yeah.
Organic, cold pressed, not toasted.
Right.
And you can get it at Banyan, Amazon, Whole Foods.
Okay. And we'll put that info down below too.
Yeah.
And if say you're in a pinch and you only have actually 5 minutes to do your Abhyanga, what would be your points to really cover if you can't do the whole thing, which I really say do the whole thing. It helps with so many things.
Right.
Another whole hour-long yogi.
Hands and feet.
Hands and feet.
Hands and feet. Like even if you just do hands and feet at night, that's lovely. And in the morning, if you just want to do your arms and your feet.
Right.
This is
And do
good.
you recommend showering after or keeping it in? I like this one.
Yeah, so there's different points of view on this. And I say it depends on what you're going to do on your day. So if you can keep it on as long as you can. But if you are going to go about your day, then take a shower and just watch the sensitive parts.
Right.
And let that be like a moisturizer and then towel dry off. And that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when you're doing the Abhyanga, which is the self-massage, especially for a Vata dosha, I know for me, I mean, I feel like I'm always living in Vata. I was like, very, very little do I visit Pitta anymore because I'm older. And Kapha, I don't even know where that land is. But for people who have a little bit more trouble sleeping, keep it in, right?
Right,
And these
absolutely.
little points, and
Yeah.
even the scalp is incredible.
The scalp
too.
is amazing, and
It's good for your hair.
so great for your hair, and especially coconut is wonderful for the hair as well.
Right. And you'd recommend that for more of the warmer months, yeah?
For the warmer months, for Pitta dosha, so it's a little bit lighter, a little bit cooler in its overall temperature, and yeah. So,
And you can cook popcorn in it too.
yeah.
It's awesome.
And your veggies.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. I
Exactly.
love coconut oil.
Yeah.
That could be another one.
Yeah. And other rituals that you would recommend for Vata?
So the other ritual that I think is really great for Vata is oil swishing is good because it's that sense of ground and oil in the mouth. So that's a good one, but also stillness. So stillness and meditation. So Vata wants to run wild.
Yeah.
So let's bring some stillness in, some grounding in through a simple meditation with the breath, or perhaps even a body sensing. So body sensing is very, very grounding. It's because you're sensing into the physical structure of your being, and when you do that, you're slowing down.
Yeah.
All your awareness has to go into your foot.
Right.
And as all your awareness goes into the foot, all the energy goes there, as opposed to being up in the mind,
Oh yeah.
which is what Vata likes to do, is push around all those thoughts in the mind. So the more you can do body sensing and feel into the physical sensations in your body, the more you're grounding into that stability.
Yeah.
And so that's a really powerful practice. And it's a good way to begin, but I think it's also a great way to end your day.
Yeah.
You know, where have I held tension, contraction? You know, can I get those racing thoughts out of my head, and can I come back into my physical body? And as you come into your physical body, and then you get out of your mind.
Yeah.
And that's essentially how we're grounding Vata, is because it's the mind that races, and when we can connect into the body, then we can slow down. And when we can slow down, then we have more of a center
Oh, thanks,
control.
Timer. Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's incredible. And even like we were talking about a bunch of different things that can help you ground.
Yeah.
But even if you've never meditated before and you feel like, oh my gosh, well I can't sit still or whatnot, when you do just sit, and it doesn't have to be cross-legged yoga style, you can sit in a chair.
Yep.
You can sit at your desk chair and just focus the mind on one thing. You know, it does help you ground. I mean, I know I need to do it more. I'm saying this, but you know, the more you say it, the more you're gonna do it probably. But the more you do focus on those little parts of the body, the more you relax, the more your mind does get reined in a little bit more. The massage is great too. And you know, Jasmine teaches classes, you know, in Columbus, but you also do retreats.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things that
Yeah.
we offer at Yoga and High, and every year we go to India or Sri Lanka or Costa Rica or somewhere amazing on the planet.
Yeah.
Such
And
a
sometimes
beautiful
it's
world.
good to just take a pause out of your life, make that investment, whether it's financial, you know, all the information is below. So if you see a retreat that's coming up, you know, she's going to have it again next year, start making that initial investment, you know, start learning about Ayurveda. I mean, you know, you can give me some references, or we'll just put her, you know, links below. I'm sure you have books that you recommend and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
Without feeling the intimidation or the pressure of, I have to do it exactly this way. If you just get some cold pressed sesame oil, start massaging here and here, you're also going to feel amazing. You
Right.
start meditating, just sit, you know, think about a part of the body, send some energy there, send some softness there. You can have a mantra. We have another quickie that we did with the Soha mantra. It's simple, easy. It really isn't a lot of work to get yourself grounded. And you just start with 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day. Start with just one of these things that Jasmine has shared with us. And it will go a long way. It'll make you want to do the second thing, the third thing, the fourth thing, and then tongue scraping, and then
It really, it seems like so simple that how could it work, but you would be so surprised.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
Yeah.
quickie.
it is.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining me and sharing all of your knowledge with our audience and me too. It's a gentle reminder. I mean, as teachers, as practitioners, we have to have that reminder.
Yeah.
You know.
We're
So-
here to remind each other.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
for
thank
sure.
you so much. And all of Jasmine's info is below. If you have any questions, just let us know. Subscribe below. And we'll be here for you every Thursday for Lady Yoga and Jasmine Yoga and Hi. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste.
You're so freaking awesome.
Thank you.